Hey y'all, Mind of Monsters. For those of y'all that don't know, my name is Christy Lynn, and I have a little story to share with you tonight. So many of you guys know that previously, in the past probably year and a half, I've been a very active um, entity, if you will, a guest on a certain channel here on YouTube, the True Crime Cafe with Dago. And I just want to bring something to light to you guys. And I want to make sure that my voice is heard and I'm damn clear on what I'm fixing to say. I am going to go ahead and screen record this video. I'm going to bring up some content and then I'll bring some context to it. So, the reason for this video tonight is because we have so many people that are in this community that are scammers, liars, backstabbers, and not in this community for the right reasons. If you're in true crime or you're in the missing community, you engage with empathy. You do not make promises to families that you cannot keep. You do not make promises to families and flat out lie about them. You do not grift for money from your community, especially when your community is mainly made up of older women, younger women, it doesn't matter the age, that may be struggling or going through a hard time in their life. But one thing you absolutely don't do is you don't lie to one of my families because then it becomes a personal issue. So I would like to share a conversation. I'm screen recording this straight from my Discord before said person goes in and deletes any of the messages that are in this conversation because I want to be very transparent about what was said. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. This is Discord. Guys, see the link up here? The whole 9 yards. So this was February 25th, 2025 at 11:38 p.m. If you go back on my channel, there is a live from 2/2025 to 25/2025 that was a live stream where we shared the TikTok live from Vlada Castle and Arctic Fox was in a box. Arctic Fox is my day one, my ride or die, has been with me since I started my channel. Before, you know, has absolutely just been a blessing to me. He is my part of my family. I love him with all my heart dearly. So he had mentioned the idea of having a car show to bring awareness for missing people. Well, this weekend, I was able, thanks to my father in law, my team, and my community, to make that happen, where we did have a car show and we advocated for Vladik and we advocated for Aiden Clune. Well, in the midst of this TikTok live, Dago, then in February, had a wrench in my channel. And he, Arctic had brought up, Aiden, one of Aiden's favorite things was to play guitar. And Arctic had brought up, well, it would be really cool if we could like donate a guitar and raffle it off to help with the funds of the search. So Dago puts in my chat and private messages Arctic that he's able to get a guitar donated. I pulled the comment up on my screen. It's documented that it was said. So I'm going to show you guys the conversation between myself and Dago. It says, by the way, I may be able to donate 2 guitars. I don't know if you saw that. Just letting you know. Great show tonight. Thanks again. Good night. I said, that would be awesome. Let me know. I will get them to Bethany or shipping info for Amy. No worries. February 26, 2025. Sends me a StreamYard link. This was a missing person. This was a live that was done about the Idaho 4 on 2/26. I said, I'm not trying to lose my temper. I apologize. No need, just breathe. I understand some people just don't think the same. That's all. We know the truth. That's important. I mean, no disrespect to anyone. I'm just very passionate and I don't want to offend chatters or mods. He said, I understand. On 227, he sent me another StreamYard link. On 227, he sent me another StreamYard link. He said, everything good? I said, yes, everything's fine. I'm multitasking. On 228, he sent me another StreamYard link. I sent him a link to something. I'm not even really sure what it was. Thank you. I appreciate you. I said, you're welcome. Did you figure out if it is one or two guitars you're able to donate so I can let Bethany know? Dago says, I'm working on it. I got a hold of one of my friends. I'm waiting on the others still. How much time do I have to get it handled roughly? I said, as soon as you could, it would be great. The next live is on TikTok is Tuesday. This was on 228. 228, he replies, I'll do my best, ma'am. Hopefully my friend Jeff will get back to me soon. I will let you know ASAP, I promise. Sorry I missed your show. I'm on grandbaby duty tonight. I'll catch replay. I said, it's okay. Just let me know, because if you're not able to, then I have to see if I can scrape up the money to buy one to donate. My families mean the world to me, and I cannot tell them something is going to happen and then it not, because then it breaks the trust I have with them. No worries about the live. It was a mess. I'm not in a good headspace. It was not a normal live. On March the 1st. Well, I can promise you I will be doing what I can to make it happen. I promise I would not have said anything had it. I won't put you in that situation. What's going on in your head? What's wrong? In your headspace, hun, what's wrong? I don't know what's going on, but I'm always here for you and I'll always be here to listen to talk if you need, ma'am. Whatever it is, just wanted you to know that. You're amazing for what you do and I consider you a great friend. Please let me know I'm here for you anytime. I said I just have a lot of personal stuff going on and I'm trying to balance everything at once. It just gets heavy sometimes. He said this was on March 1st still. Understood, hun. You and Craig are both always in my thoughts and prayers. You know that. Then on March 1st, he says, my apologies for not joining you tonight, ma'am. I've had this thing planned and rescheduled so many times that I couldn't reschedule again. I'll miss you all tonight. Maybe I'll be able to join after the show. Love you guys. This was where he streamed some kind of paranormal night. This was the first time that he streamed over one of my lives. I said, it's okay. I didn't see it scheduled or I would have moved mine out. It was a shit show anyway. On March the 1st, the Dago says, no, ma'am, I didn't actually schedule it, but I've told everyone I was doing it, so please don't worry about that. Not your fault at all. I'm sorry your show didn't go as you wanted to. I'll catch it on replay. I've been afraid to actually physically schedule it because my life is always so busy and I did not want to have to cancel it. So I just left a word to mouth. That's what I meant either way. So I'm sorry I wasn't there to support you. I feel bad. I'm sure it turned out great, as they always do. I hope you're feeling better. And I said, you're always in my heart and prayers, and I always hope things start to get better for you, truly. March the 3rd. By the way, my friend Jeff finally got back to me, and he's going to see what he can do. And he said, most likely, at the very least, one guitar. I may be able to get another one later down the road donated. I hope that helps out. I said, perfect, thank you. Just let me know so I can let them know. He says, I promise I will as soon as I get the go ahead. Sorry it took so long. It has been busy. I said, don't be sorry. I just can't let my families down. And you heard how excited they were. And I can't lose trust with them. They mean the world to me. He said, I understand. March the 4th. Hey, hun, March the 4th. Are you okay? This is March the 4th. If you go back on your calendar, this would have been a Tuesday where we were streaming TikTok live. By the way, can you let her know the guitar is coming, ma'am? I want to make sure you understand what I said yesterday. It's coming for sure. I said, okay, thank you. I thought you understand that. Laugh out loud. I'm sorry I didn't. If you didn't, that should make you her happy for sure. I said, thank you very much. He said, "Of course, hon. I told you yesterday it was a done deal. I try to always keep my word, especially with something involving this type of situation. And of course, I respect you too much, and I want to help in any way I can." He said, "You are welcome, love you, and the little gift. I hope that helps. That's all that matters. By the way, I need your address. I threw out the box that you sent. Sorry, I don't have your address anymore." That's where I sent him a channel cup and a little R2D2 as a thank you for being an amazing human being way back before this took place. Messages me on March the 5th. "I'm going to need an address, ma'am." I said, "I will get Aiden's mom address from Bethany when I meet with her this week. Thanks again." And this was on March the 5th. This was when I was going to meet with Bethany to get the stuff to have for the car show. Dago says, "Yes, ma'am, of course. I will send it straight to her." Okay, makes sense. "Thanks, Mom. Glad I could help out. That's all I truly want to do is help out in any way I can." I said, "Thank you. I appreciate it." He said, "Of course, ma'am. No thanks needed. I still need to talk to you whenever you get some time, please and thank you." I said, "Okay." March the 6th sends me a StreamYard link. He was talking about Casey Anthony being on TikTok. Many of you guys know I'm in Florida. I'm close to Katie, where it happened with Casey Anthony. I went on panel. He said, "Okay, thanks. Where did you go? My internet is cutting in and out, and he's playing Fortnite. It causes my laptop to drag." "No worry. Thank you for giving your input. Much appreciated." Tell Craig I said, "What's up, brother?" This was an Idaho 4 live on March the 10th. I said, "Do you not see me in chat?" He said, "I just now did. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people in here, and I'm reading these documents too, trying to find these things. I'm very sorry." I said, "It's cool." He said, "I'm paying attention to both now. I turned the Discord off during lives because it makes a lot of noise." I said, "I get it. I do the same thing." He said, "I'm sorry. I would never ignore you of all people ever, I promise. I hope that you never that think." I said, no worries. I was burning you in chat. I went back and I saw, and I'm sorry, 100 people in there. Been a while, hard to keep up when I will pay attention. On March the 12th, I said, "If you have the guitar, I will send you my address. Just send it to me. It I'll be at the car show for 2 days, so I will raffle both of them, and this will take some pressure off of Aiden's mom. And if you send me pics of you holding it, I will post them and show them on a live and explain we are going to do a raffle for both to help with searching for him." On March the 12th, he says, "I didn't get it yet because I told him to hold on. But yes, if that's what you want, I will definitely will. Oh, I'm not worried about them seeing me holding it." Okay, so the reason I asked for the picture was proof that he actually had the guitars. "But whatever you want to do, I'm good with it either way. I hadn't heard from you, so I didn't know what to do. I only wanted to hear from you to make sure because I'm paying for it. So just wanted to make sure you have the address. Thanks, ma'am." I said, "Okay." I was waiting to find out if Amy wanted us to ship them or she wanted us to raffle them at the show. I've been busy trying to get everything organized and to get the literature done and printed. I made the literature to take with me. I met up with Bethany and had lunch, and I got the details of what to do and pick up stuff to display. He said, "No, no, laugh out loud. It's okay. I figured you're always busy. I understand completely. I will make things happen. No worries. Thanks, ma'am. By the way, it is amazing that you're doing all this help. And God bless and thank you for what you do." And then there's the flyer that I sent him about the car show. There's the documentation that I had literature. He says, "Oh, okay, you've been busy." Shaking my head again, very amazing. God bless. This was Idaho 4 Live, where people in his live was saying you couldn't buy a K bar on Amazon. This was on March the 20th. This was the last conversation I've ever had with him. Now I'm going to scroll back up here and I'm going to leave on the screen the comment. "By the way," this was on March the 4th. "By the way, you can let her know the guitar is coming, ma'am." So he never got the guitars. He never contacted me again after he started covering Idaho 4 again. He left my Discord. All of his little mods left my Discord. Not one of them interacted with me until we got the scare and thought that Barb was missing. I've still not heard from him. Tonight, I'm filming this on April the 6th, and I've been kicked out of his Discord. So if you've donated money to this man, I'm sorry, because he's not doing this for the right reasons. And he flat out lied about a guitar that he never had. He flat out lied about it being donated. And then it turned into he had to use his own money. This was all after Arctic had already sent me the money to fund the guitar, and I had went and bought a guitar because I knew that he was full of shit and was not going to donate a guitar. There is a live that you can go back, and I was bawling my eyes out because I was so upset about all this. So if you're a part of that community, beware. Beware. I do this for the families, not for recognition, not for to be patted on the back. I do this because the families are going through enough without having somebody that's a scammer, a grifter, and a liar covering their family's cases. So if you have a missing person, a murdered person, or someone who has not gotten justice, please do not reach out to this man. He will take in money from his community while he's covering your missing person. He also does the exact same thing the Krama community does and runs a cash ticker across the bottom of his screen. So this is your public service announcement from Christy Lynn, Mind of Monsters, also known as Mom, to not trust this man. And I just showed you the conversation as to why. Have a great night. Thank you so much.